entertainment and carnival action. If you long for the fun and sun of the Caribbean, download our app now to watch One Caribbean Television on the go, live or on demand.
WZMQ 19 News, weeknights at 6 and 11.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, no expansion of strikes for the United Auto Workers, but the union says there's still work to be done. A closer look at the 3 major strikes impacting workers and businesses across the nation right now. Plus, high school students in Dickinson County get an interactive look at manufacturing fields and opportunities that are right in their hometown. And the group hosting a 5K fundraiser tomorrow in Delta County to support those going through cancer. For 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
We were notably cooler on this Platter Day air. We knew we would be dropping temperatures into the weekend, so how chilly are we going to get?
Oh, friend, like early winter chilly. We've got temperatures that could be down in the mid-30s. Whoops, just zipped through what our current temperatures are, but basically we are dropping down. We're in that 50-degree to 45-degree range. Lake effect showers are on the way. We've got a clipper system moving in, which is also going to bring some very strong winds, which we've been seeing, and those chances for more showers as well as chilly temperatures. We could be, like I said, down in the 30s. I've got your full forecast with chances of snow showers on the way.
Thank you very much, Ariane. Developing now, the United Auto Workers Union announced today it is not expanding its strikes against the big 3 automakers, but the union says there's still work to be done. It's just one of 3 major strikes currently affecting workers and businesses around the country. Bradley Blackburn is in New York with the latest.
As the strike against the big 3 automakers entered its 4th week, the president of the United Auto Workers Union announced what he called a major breakthrough with General Motors.
GM has now agreed in writing to place their electric battery manufacturing under our National Master Agreement.
The breakthrough happened as the union was preparing to expand its walkout against GM.
I wish I were here to announce a tentative agreement at one or more of these companies, but I do want to be really clear. We are making significant progress.
Members have been picketing in targeted strikes across 20 states as the union seeks a 36% wage increase and other benefits. More than 75,000 healthcare workers entered the final day of their strike against Kaiser Permanente without a deal. Nurses, technicians, and others walked off the job for 3 days to protest staff shortages and demand higher pay.
I think that we have made a very big impact, and we'll come out here again if we have to.
And renewed negotiations between the Actors Union and Hollywood Studios resumed Friday and are expected to continue Monday. Members of SAG-AFTRA have been on strike since July.
The spirit and the energy and the determination to see this through and across the finish line is fierce.
Key sticking points include pay issues in the streaming era and the use of artificial intelligence.
The Writers Guild, which had gone on strike in May for similar reasons, ended their strike late last month after reaching a deal with the studios. In Dickinson County today, Bay College West hosted 300 high school students for Manufacturing Day. WZMQ's Iron Mountain Bureau reporter Amy Doyle shares how some of the local industries are engaging students.
I visited 2 classrooms that were immersed in hands-on learning. I caught some high school students throwing paper airplanes in class, but it was all a part of giving students an opportunity to explore working in the professional trades. Kingsford and Norway students were the first on the scene to take part in this year's Manufacturing Day, spearheaded in part by the Dickinson Area Economic Development Alliance. Loadmaster is a national manufacturer of garbage trucks based out of Norway that ships all across the country to cities like Minneapolis and Tampa, and their crew designed an activity using the paper planes to teach kids to measure quality control.
There's a lot of manufacturing in this area, so we're trying to bring awareness to what's going on in different companies that are around here. So it's just basic manufacturing steps and kind of the quality control. It's just an easy activity for them to do in quality control. So we're kind of doing have messed up airplanes or something like that. Sometimes we'll get students that will just fold the whole stack in half, so we'll count that at the end. If there's a whole stack, that'll count negatively towards them.
Grady Foundry is emphasizing the importance of recycling and sustainability as the engineers are providing a live casting demo for these adolescents to dig into.
We have a small foundry demo where we actually make sand molds and pour liquid tin.
Grady is giving the students a few options for their very own casting.
Upper Peninsula, Wisconsin, cupcakes, fish that they can pick to make, and then they get to take that shape, the actual parts with them. Well, it shows that everything gets recycled. There's nothing out there that really shows what a foundry is and how it works, so we can bring that to them.
Amy Doyle, WZMQ 19 News, Iron Mountain.
2 flu shot clinics are coming to Ontonagon later this month. Aspirus Ontonagon Hospital and Clinics is hosting 2 drive-through flu shot events, Tuesday, October 10th and Tuesday, October 17th. Both events will be from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Ontonagon Clinic on 7th Street. Flu vaccinations are available for people 6 months and older. Children under 18 years will need parental consent. There's a $0 copay with most insurances. Aspirus is asking people to schedule an appointment ahead of time. Just call 906-884-8240. This weekend in Gladstone, an organization is hosting an event to raise awareness about cancer. Pink Pumpkin of Delta County was founded by cancer survivors 12 years ago. The group sends financial assistance to families who are facing a diagnosis.
I had gone through breast cancer. We decided we wanted to help the people of the area. The money we send is obviously never enough for a family going through that, but we just want them to know that Delta County supports them and they're not alone.
Saturday morning, the annual Pink Pumpkin 5K will take place along the lakeshore, starting at the Gladstone Pavilion on Lakeshore Drive. Participants can run or walk as much of the route as they want. Attendees can also support those fighting cancer through bucket raffles or by purchasing a pink pumpkin in their honor.
Times when you find someone you know, someone you love has got cancer, you don't know what to do. This gives them an opportunity to donate to the cause, and every dollar that comes into Pink Pumpkin is returned to the community.
Registration for the Pink Pumpkin 5K begins at 9 a.m. at the east end of the Gladstone Pavilion. Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after this break. Plus, the Upper Goddess is taking advantage of a beautiful start to October. She's out at camp showing us how to cook a roast over at the campfire. And later, America's top psychic medium makes a stop at the Island Resort and Casino. We sat down with Matt Fraser about his own personal journey. We're back in 2 minutes.
19 News is brought to you by Dan Perkins Construction.
When you put on a product this nice, you want to sing it from the rooftops. You know my roof's good looking, will last the rest of your life. Each day I go to work thinking, you know, we're doing this right. Buy a roof for me and I think you'll see you'll be happy as a gherkin. 'Cause we do it right and we're really polite. Take it from me, Dan Perkins. You try rhyming something with Perkins.
Buckles Party Store, it's where the party starts in Calumet, with an awesome beer selection featuring domestic, foreign, and craft brew beer, a great selection of wine, just about any kind of liquor you want, and a great range of tobacco products. Buckles Party Store in Calumet, it's where the party starts for everyone.
CBS Sunday. I weigh every decision against one thought. What's best for this family?
The biggest show on television continues.
I ruin careers for a living. And I will ruin yours.
In a CBS event.
The walls are closing in on all sides. And there's a war coming.
The Yellowstone event continues Sunday after 60 Minutes on CBS.
Now more than ever, you need to know what's happening here in Washington. Decisions affecting your life by the people you set here. I'm Rachel Knapp. Tracking the daily decisions by your senators and representatives. That's my job, and I report to you. Healthcare, education, the economy, taxes, jobs, all hang in the balance. Watch my reports from Capitol Hill only on WZMQ 19 News.
This is home for CBS, WZMQ 19.
Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasek.
Great temperatures for this latter day. We had a high of 52 out at the National Weather Service. Not quite close to that 79 record high, but not quite close to the low of 29. I'll take the 50. All right, in the UP temperatures right now, we're about 45 to just above 50. Some precipitation out there, and that is going to be our story even into the weekend. For the lows tonight, like I mentioned, we could be in those mid to upper 30s. Iron River expected low 38, Ironwood about 39. Everyone else a little bit warmer than that, but just below 50 degrees. We've got gusty winds continuing, and we've got rain continuing, maybe even some snow showers. Basically, we've got Gogebic, Baraga, Marquette, and Iron counties that could be seeing snow showers after midnight. And again on Sunday night for Marquette, Iron, and Baraga counties, another chance of those snow showers because it's going to be real cold too. Breezy showers, 45 to about 55 tomorrow, and then mostly cloudy skies for the evening with, again, rain on the forecast. All right, UP winds right now coming primarily out of the northwest. Like I said, that Clipper system is here bringing these very gusty winds. We could see 41 miles an hour right now of the gusts up there in Eagle Harbor, and that's where we're going to stay very breezy, especially along the Lake Superior shorelines with these winds pushing in about 38 miles an hour there in Marquette on our Saturday morning. And then we again will see more breezes continuing into our Sunday, possibly even Monday, where we could see showers continuing as well. Lake alerts, that gale warning still going on until Saturday morning for the west side and until later on Saturday for the east half of the UP. So basically, you want to stay off the lake because we've got very strong winds and big wave action out there. All right, for our showers currently, the past couple of hours, we've seen some heavy storms in the central portions here, Baraga and Marquette County. As we zoom in, some activity over here on the east side as well, but right now that activity is along 41, mostly though here in Marquette County. So what are we expecting for the rest of our night? You guessed it if you said rain. Taking a look here, most of that activity in the northwest, and it'll push through to the east. South portion of the UP staying fairly dry comparably to the northern half. And then Saturday, we'll see clearing on the west half there, some scattered showers throughout the east side there. And then Sunday morning, pretty much that same story with some showers scattered here and there, possible pop-up thunderstorms as well. Let's take a look at what we've got for a 7-day outlook in Marquette. 46 degrees is the high for Saturday and Sunday. Indigenous Peoples Day on Monday, otherwise known as Columbus Day, a high of 44, 60% chance of showers. We'll see that likely into the rest of the week.
We're certainly looking more like fall next week than we were earlier this week. Thank you very much, Ariane. Our 19 News Insights is on the way next. We are talking with the music director of the Marquette Symphony Orchestra about the season opener tomorrow at the Kauffman Auditorium, featuring a special guest musician. That conversation is just 2 minutes away.
Need to update your furniture? Menards is your one-stop shop with all of the latest furniture styles at the lowest prices. Plus a great selection in stock ready to take home today. So go ahead, relax in a recliner, get cozy in a love seat, or simply unwind with a comfy sofa. Save big in a plush rock or recliner. Other stores have it for $599.99. Here at Menards, it's just $349.99 after 11% rebate. Hurry in, these deals won't last long.
Save big money at Menards. Another thrilling week to play football. The NFL on CBS. Catch all the action this week on WZMQ 19. Sunday, Baltimore plays at Pittsburgh at 1. Then Kansas City travels to play the Minnesota Vikings at 4:25. See you this Sunday for the NFL on WZMQ 19, home of the 2024 Super Bowl. Going about your business isn't easy these days. Consumer values and tastes are changing. We're here with ideas and information to help your business grow.
I need an advertising partner that meets my needs and is invested in my success. I have that partner with TV19.
Let us create the right advertising campaign that delivers for your business. Call us now at 906-362-1919. WZMQ works for you.
Major Seth Adams, the loudest voice in the West, heard from practically anywhere.
Sounded to me like it come off the Ponderosa.
Weekdays at 4 on MeTV 19.1. WZMQ 19 News, live and local news, first warning weather, exclusive interviews. Named Best Newscast by the Michigan Association of Broadcasters. Make the switch to WZMQ 19 News. You're watching the award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
The Marquette Symphony Orchestra is putting on another performance tomorrow at the Kauffman Auditorium for its 27th season opener. Joining us tonight is the music director and maestro, Octavio Mazarrocas. Thank you for coming in, Octavio.
Thank you for having me. A great pleasure.
Absolutely. So 27th season opener. You've been with MSO for 5 years now.
5 years.
How have the past 5 years been for you?
I've been really great. Really love the symphony, love the community, the players. Everybody is so fantastic in here. So yeah.
How have rehearsals this season been going so far?
Good. We just started a couple of days ago, and just today, just a few minutes ago, actually, I was listening to. I was working with Tim, our guest soloist, and it's gonna be a great concert.
Yeah. So tell us about Tim. How do you say his last name?
I think it's Cliphouse. So
Gotcha.
I just to say it's Cliphouse. So
he's Dutch, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, exactly.
So tell us about him. He's a violinist.
Yes. So Tim is a violinist, but it's not kind of like, when you say to someone in this context of a concert with a symphony violinist, you are going to expect someone to be playing like a Tchaikovsky violin concerto, Mendelssohn, something very classic. But his specialty, he can do those too, but his specialty is playing jazz violin. It's jazz violin and with mixing with gypsy rhythms, gypsy melodies. So it's with also folk. So it's just very interesting what he does. And in addition to that, he's also the composer of his own pieces, so we are going to be performing his own violin concerto. So it's going to be really a little bit of different than what you expect when you just think of a violin solo.
Yeah.
And very exciting and very interesting, and just actually the work will be very cool.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I don't know that I've ever seen that before. So how many pieces will you all be performing tomorrow?
So we're doing 2 pieces tomorrow. We're doing the Tim's violin concerto, in which he will be performing this, like I said, very jazzy and very gypsy-oriented music with a lot of improvisation. And then in the second part of the concert, we will be doing a much older piece by Antonin Dvorak, which is very famous composer for symphonies. So he composed this symphony, his symphony number 9, while he was here in the United States. And he was here for 3 years, and then he thought he was going to compose something that would reflect his timing here. And so he kind of like took some folk music and American spirituals and things like that, and came with this symphony and presented as what the music that in the future in the United States was going to be made had to be. So kind of like when he came here and said, hey, you need to just pay attention to this folk and African American music that is going to be the future of American music, which is just very cool because that's actually what happened.
Yeah.
And so he tried to mix that, and in the first piece with Tim's music, he's actually doing that. So the connection between these 2 pieces is actually like that kind of folk material, jazzy material that the composer of the second piece, Antonin Dvorak, tried to do 150 years ago.
No
and so
kidding.
just and so just like the connection of the 2 pieces is so incredible. And of course, that piece, the Symphony Number 9, he called that piece the Symphony of the New World, the New World Symphony. And it became instantly a success, and it's just one of the best well-known symphonies ever written. So it's just a very exciting, beautiful, and meaningful concert for all of us. It's just, I hope that people can come and enjoy it, and it's going to be great.
Yeah, so what time is that happening tomorrow at the Kaufman?
7:30, I hope that's right.
I think that is right. I think I looked that up too, 7:30.
Good.
And
Yes, I just have too many concerts all over. So just like,
there's a lot happening.
Yes.
And then where do people get tickets? And that
you can go online, and then you can get them at the door. I will also just be very quick on getting them because these tickets tend to go very quickly.
Yes, they
and
do.
just we can get sold out. So if you are interested, if people is interested, which they should, because it's gonna be a great event, they should go online and just get the tickets online to the Market Symphony webpage.
Yes, and we'll have that on our website after the show too.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you very much, Octavia. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Pleasure being here. Thank you so much.
Monday on Insights, we are talking with the United Way of Marquette County about more upcoming volunteer opportunities and just how many volunteer hours people donated in the month of September. That conversation is Monday here on 19 News Insights. Still ahead tonight, the Upper Goddess is taking us out to camp for a fall recipe that will warm you up and fill your stomach. We're back after this.
The new CBS game, Raid the Cage. It's pretty simple. You get in, you get out, you could get rich. I mean, host Damon Wayans Jr. gets it.
Get in, get out, get rich.
And looky here, co-host Jeannie Mai, she gets it too.
Get in, get out, get rich.
Pretty soon, everyone will be in on the fun.
Get in, get out, get rich.
Raid the Cage premieres next Friday at 9/8 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Since the 15th century, Antwerp, Belgium has been the city for diamonds. Erickson Jewelers is going overseas to this diamond capital soon to handpick directly from a sparkling selection unlike any in the world. Tell us what you're looking for and we'll use our connections to personally find it in Antwerp's famous diamond district. This is a special opportunity that allows us to negotiate the best options and value for you. Find out how Erickson Jewelers can bring home your one-of-a-kind Antwerp diamond.
Shop our huge selection of Amish crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order with 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
The Baxter Family Survival Guide.
Dad, you taught us to be self-sufficient.
And yet you're all still here.
Rule number 1, expect the unexpected.
If you want money, maybe you should do what other people do.
Get my own reality show. Dad, I'm trying.
Rule number 2, learn to adapt.
You're gonna use a glass, right?
Fine, hand me the big one.
Rule number 3, stand your ground.
You know, when we got married, I thought I was a smart one.
Last man standing.
Who'll be there when amazing rises up or need for a warning comes falling down? Will you? Start a career in the broadcasting industry. Be there. Go to BeThereMichigan.com.
The Upper Goddess is outdoors tonight with another campfire recipe to try, but you might need a cast iron Dutch oven for this one.
Hi, where are we, Dina Camp?
Yes,
on
we
this
are.
gorgeous October day. Look at these kids. They're so cute. So we are cooking a pork roast over the fire today, Dean. We've never done it. Look at how gorgeous. I have a whole head of garlic in there. And now we're gonna put in our potatoes and our carrots. I'm hoping they all fit. And I'm gonna add some more chicken broth to this too. And this will all cook down. Doesn't that look good? Now you're always going to want to sprinkle some salt on this. And look at what I made for you, Dean. A piece of crust with my homemade lard. And we're going to just tuck this right in here like this.
Put the rest of the vegetables in there.
Will they fit?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose they'll cook down here. I'll add a little bit more juice to it too. So, see you in 2 hours. So it's been, what, 2 hours, since we put the lid on. Plus we had to micromanage it pretty much, Dean?
Yeah, we did.
You had to control the heat. I mean, it was boiling like crazy, but look at how delicious it looks. We got some smoke there, but the crust came pretty good. Not typically like it does in an oven, In the oven, it would get kind of crispy on top, but
I don't want to melt your phone.
yeah, okay. I'm gonna taste this crust. And it absorbs some of the juice. It's really good. It's got a little bit different texture.
Yeah.
But it's really good. Look at this carrot from my garden. How huge, eh?
It's a beauty.
But look at the juice, how nice. And it tastes really good. And it's still boiling, even though there's hardly no coals under this. But it cooked all together for 4 hours. And the meat is, you know, nice and tender. The top's probably a little dry, but it's a pork loin, so loin can dry out pretty quick, but give it a try. Keep smiling.
Everything she makes looks so delicious. Thank you very much, Lori. This weekend, the man known as America's top psychic medium is performing at the Island Resort and Casino in Harris. WZMQ's Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons tells us about his personal journey and what audiences can expect at his show.
My name is Matt Frazier, and I am a psychic medium.
Matt Frazier is now famous for his ability, but when he first learned he'd inherited his family's gift of seeing and hearing the dead, he tried to keep it a secret.
For me, it was like living that movie, The Sixth Sense. I did everything that I could as a child to just push this away. All I wanted was to make the voices stop, to just be able to live a normal life.
Frazier always felt called to help people, starting his career as an EMT. Then one day, he visited a medium himself.
It changed my life because at that moment I realized, oh my God, I can do this too. And I can use this to just help people in a different way.
He began reading for close friends and family, and word traveled quickly. Now he tours the world, sharing his ability with believers and skeptics alike. He describes his often emotional shows as a family reunion with heaven.
So many times we lose a loved one and we're left with questions. Did they pass peacefully? Are they watching over me on the other side? What I love is to be able to see people leave feeling like they finally got answers.
Frazier says every soul has a story to tell, and he never knows who he might hear speaking to him in the crowd.
The moment that I look out onto the audience, the souls start to take over. 1 minute I might be talking to somebody in the front row who had lost their mom. The next thing you know, being in the back with someone who had lost their sister or their brother. It doesn't matter where you sit, it just matters that you're there.
Frazier says his mission each night is to provide a sense of hope, healing, and comfort to those in attendance.
I want people to know when they leave an event, they can still communicate with their loved ones on the other side. They're only just a thought away. When you say, I really wish my dad was here, I really wish my grandmother was here, at that moment, you just sent a message to your loved one. And if you listen closely, you can actually hear a message to yourself.
There are still a few tickets left for Matt Frazier's show on Saturday night, and you can visit WZMQ19.com for more information. Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Harris.
We'll continue to see temperatures drop through the weekend, and it's going to be a wet one. Ariane has the outlook on the way.
Childcare Spark is working to create childcare solutions for the people of Marquette County. Are you interested in helping meet our community's childcare needs by starting a home-based childcare business? Apply for Childcare Spark's free program starting in October. It will provide you with childcare and business know-how and support to start a successful home-based business. For more information and to apply, use this QR code. Childcare Spark is a collaboration of these community organizations. This message provided as a public service by WZMQ TV 19. There's nothing like the feeling you get being outdoors. The UP Ice Fishing and Hunting Expo has everything you need to be ready. The expo returns to the UP State Fairgrounds Ruth Butler Building. Inside, discover great sponsors with everything from bait to rods and reels. Mark it down now on your calendar, November 3rd through the 5th at the UP State Fairgrounds. The UP Ice Fishing and Hunting Expo, brought to you by the Daily Press and WZMQ 19 News.
Our studio is in downtown Marquette, but we also have bureaus in Escanaba, Lansing, and Iron Mountain. How does that make a difference?
I think it makes a huge difference because the UP is very big. We're only 3% of the state's population, but we cover almost 40% of the landmass. So we are spread out quite a bit. And so I think to have all these different bureaus in the UP is really helpful because people live in those areas and want to know what's happening in their location.
Yeah.
But then especially now that we have our Lansing Bureau, I feel like that's something that's really been missing here in the UP is state government and what's going on down in Lansing. And we are so disconnected from Lansing so often. I think it's a major benefit that we have a reporter down there on the ground covering what's happening in our government and talking to our UP state representatives, but also just our government officials down there about how things that they are deciding on impact people who are living in the UP.
Just a little bit of sunshine out there for the eastern parts, even here in Marquette. We're going to see cloudier conditions this evening as we're expecting more showers, rain showers, possible snow showers in Marquette, Gogebic, Iron, and Baraga counties this evening. For the weekend, we're looking at temperatures in the mid-40s on Saturday as well as our Sunday. It's going to be a chilly one out there. Our 7-day outlook for Escanaba, similar situation, a little bit wet into next week.
Finally tonight, it's the unofficial Upper holiday of Platter Day. Started by Bugsy Sailor in 2011, it's always celebrated the first Friday of October. About 500 people in Marquette gathered for the annual group photo just about an hour ago at the new Founders Landing Piers. The holiday has grown in popularity over the years. Residents in Houghton may have even broken a world record today with 1,745 people with the picture, about 800 people in Ironwood. What a day it is. We'll see you back here at 11.
Tonight,